Hey everybody, I'm Ebony J, and this video is going to be basically tips and tricks for anybody who wants to learn how to braid or just wants to get some insights on things they need to know if you are a braider, and just information you might want to write down and take some notes on. So definitely get out a notepad, something to write on, or if you can remember, that's great too. But I'm going to definitely be giving out some tips and tricks for anybody interested in the braiding community. So I do have a question that I get a lot in my YouTube videos, and it's mostly on my Knotless braid video. People are always asking me how many pieces I use for one braid. I'll let you know now, every braid needs to be the same density, if that makes sense. They all need to be the same size. So when I do it, I'm not counting how many pieces I'm using. Now the front of her hair could be thinner than the back of her hair, so I still want to use as much as I need to make sure that all the pieces are, well, all the braids are going to be all the same size. So I don't count how many pieces I use when I'm doing one braid. It just determines on the person's hair, their density, how much hair I'm going to need to make sure it matches, all the way around, and just make sure that it's going to be consistent all the way through the hairstyle. Another tip that I do have is, if you want to become faster at braiding and getting your client out on a doable time, definitely prepare the hair before your client gets there, not while they're there. Try to open all the packs that you know you're gonna need, prepare them, and make sure you buy a hair stand so that you can prepare the hair and set it up as soon as they get there. Make sure to also purchase pre-stretched hair so that you don't have to stretch it when you get there or when they bring you the hair. I usually buy the hair myself and buy it pre-stretched. To get the braids to last as long as possible, the best thing to do is make sure to tuck the hair. Even if the hair is the same color, even if, she's a 1B and the braiding hair is a 1B, make sure to tuck the hair as much as possible, just to make sure any flyaways, or just to make sure that the braid lasts a very long time. This will ensure that her braid will stay intact and not look frizzy. Of course her root will grow, but the braid itself will stay very neat and tidy. Tip number 4 is basically going to be for you to make sure you do not braid on top of a braid. Meaning, for example, the braid I'm working on now is not directly over the braid under it. It's basically maybe like slightly beside it, but it's on top of it. So when it falls, it'll fall in between that space. So if you understand what I'm trying to say, you see how like her braids are falling in between the lines instead of on top of each other, directly on top of each other. They fall in between each other. So when you braid, you don't want to braid directly on top of the braid you are working on. You want to make sure that the braids fall in between each other and not stacked on top of each other. Another tip, and something I do get asked a lot, is what is the mousse for? The mousse is used basically to set the style, really, to just make sure there's not any real flyaways, and to make sure that it moisturizes the braids to give it a little bit of a shine. And this basically just sets the style after getting done. I like to use mousse, and I like to use pump it up spritz so that it really lays down the hair, especially if I've done the edges and done a little style to them. This ensures that the flyaways and it being moisturized and the braids just stay intact and look very nice and neat when done. To make sure the braids are extra nice and neat, you want to make sure that you cut any flyaways that you do see sticking out of the braids, just to ensure the neatness of it. Getting away these flyaways is making the braid look just neater and less frizzy if that makes sense, because sometimes the pre-stretched hair can stick out. You want to make sure you just cut those flyaways even before you dip it. I've seen people cut it after they dip it. I like to cut mine before I dip it. Another question I do get asked a lot is when dipping the hair, is that sealing the ends? So basically for me, I don't seal the ends. Like sealing the ends is done while I'm braiding. So for each braid, I make like a small little tie using a thin piece of the hair to make like a knot at the bottom. Just dipping the hair is making sure that the hair does not stay as stiff as it was before I dipped it. Dipping it is just giving it more of a free and like nice and straight, sleek look to it. Sealing the ends is done when I'm braiding the hair. So I'm already making a knot while I'm braiding. So dipping the hair does not is not making sure that the braid unravels. It's basically just loosening up that braid from being stiff and just giving it a straighter, sleeker look. So I think that's it for all the tips and tricks. Make sure you subscribe to this channel just to make sure that you get more videos like this. If you do have any questions, please comment down below. I definitely respond to almost everybody in my comments. Make sure you like this video as well. There'll be more videos like this, or you can also comment down below and let me know what you want to see next. But just thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.